Very good evening. So our today's topic is circulatory system and it is very interesting topic. So before I proceed with this circulatory system, I want to tell you one thing which is known as a life processes. So actually circulatory system comes under this main topic which is called life processes. So what is the meaning of this life processes? So as the name suggests, life processes. So it means all those processes which are essential for sustaining our life, like nutrition, respiration, circulatory system, excretion, okay, nervous system for control and coordination. So we have so many processes which are essential for sustaining my life, not my life, for everybody. Okay, so for everybody's life, life process is very much important. So now I'm talking about first, so I'm just introducing the other topic as well. So first topic name is the nutrition. What is the meaning of nutrition? I mean utilization of the nutrients. And what kind of nutrient I'm talking about? Like protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals we usually consume, right? Like whether you are eating chapatis, pizza, burger, whatever you are eating. So obviously you are going to get fat, you are going to get protein, you are going to get carbohydrates. So these are the building blocks of our body, right? Without these nutrients, we won't be able to survive. So it is essential. So nutrition means utilization of the nutrients, and utilization is usually done by our digestive system, right? So after your food is digested, so obviously it will reach to your all the cells of the body, right? But right now you didn't get the energy. So for getting the energy, we have the other process, and the other process name is the respiration. So respiration means, as you already know, that like we are taking air, right? So if we are taking air, so definitely we are consuming oxygen. We are taking oxygen from our nostrils, and finally it is reaching to your lung, right? Alveoli system. And finally oxygen is reaching to your all parts of body with the help of the blood. And blood comes under the category of circulatory system. We will talk about it. So firstly, in the respiration, oxygen reach to your all the body parts, and you have already taken the food with the help of the nutrition. So its simple meaning is, when your food is getting oxidized, whatever food you took, so in the presence of oxygen it get oxidized, and after the oxidation of food you will get the energy. And in which form you will get the energy? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so respiration means oxidation of the food will give you the energy. Okay, and that production of energy comes under the category of respiration. Now we are coming to the main part, which is called the circulatory system. Okay, or you can say transportation system. So why circulation is very much important? Why circulatory system is important? Okay, just tell me. If we have the energy, if obviously we are taking like lots of food and we are getting energy, okay, so we are also producing some kind of waste in our body, like nitrogen of waste, which comes under the category of excretion. Nitrogen of waste like ammonia, like uric acid, like urea. Okay, and we have to eliminate it with the help of the kidney, like we release the urine, right? So obviously our blood is continuously flowing in our body, so we have to remove waste continuously. In our body we have so many glands, right? And they release hormone, they release chemicals which are essential for our physiological effect, for various function. So in our body we have to transport the food. Like suppose if I am eating food, so in my digestive system food is getting digested, but it has to reach my all these cells now, my all the cells of the body. So how it will reach? Okay, so it will reach with the help of the blood only, and blood is the part of the circulatory system. So blood help in the transportation of various substances, whether it is of food or gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, or the waste. Okay, so circulatory system help in the transportation of various material from one part to the another part. And for that we have so many structures, like we have the artery, we have the veins, isn't it? We have the human heart. So human heart is a pumping organ, you know it, right? It is myogenic, it work by itself. Okay, it is controlled by our brain. So we have the four chamber heart, isn't it? So if I draw a rough diagram right now, okay, so this is our human heart and we have a separation wall. And if I talk about the chambers, so we have the four chamber of the heart like this. So these you can see, we have, like this is the chamber number one, chamber number two, chamber number three, and chamber number four. So lower part is known as the ventricles. So actually heart help in pumping the blood. Okay, so that's why blood can continuously move from one part to another part. So this is known as a ventricle. And which part it is? So you will call it as a right ventricle, and this the upper part is known as a atrium. So you will call it as a right atrium. So upper part is known as a atrium, so obviously it will become left atrium, right? And the lower part, it will become left ventricle. Okay, so our right portion usually receive deoxygenated blood. Like if I am taking oxygen, so my blood is completely filled with the oxygen, and it is providing the oxygen to all parts of body. And now after utilizing the oxygen to all parts of body, so which gas is getting released? Carbon dioxide, and it is mixed with the blood. So it means the blood which is mixed with the carbon dioxide, so it is coming over here. Okay, so this structure, so this is known as actually vein, and this vein is named as a vena cava, which is bringing deoxygenated blood to the heart. Okay, and now it is actually closed, so it is getting filled with the deoxygenated blood, and now it will reach to the second part. So it means right portion of the heart is actually reserved for the deoxygenated blood, and the left side portion, it is reserved for the oxygenated blood only. So it is taking the here, so there is a vein which is attached with the lungs. Okay, and they are taking, like these veins, actually it is taking the oxygenated blood. Okay, so right side portion is reserved for the oxygenated blood. So this is how like they are pumping the like kind of blood, oxygenated blood. So it is actually putting this blood into the left atrium and then into the ventricle, and then from the ventricle it will reach to the all parts of body by a specialized structure which is called the aorta. Okay, so from here you will see this duct is known as the artery, and it will usually move to the, like, all the body parts of the body. Okay, so this is called the aorta. Actually it is a very complicated structure. Okay, so right now because of a limited time, I am just telling you quickly. So the blood is getting filled in the atrium and then ventricle. Okay, and finally it will reach to the our lung. Okay, and from the lung it will release the carbon dioxide, and then we will come out, we will just release this carbon dioxide in the exhalation. So in the circulatory system we have the blood. Okay, and I guess you already know about the blood. Blood has so many components, like we have the plasma. 55% of the blood is plasma, and 45% is the blood corpuscles. So in the blood corpuscles we have the erythrocyte, we have the leukocyte, we have the thrombocytes. Okay, in the plasma, if I talk about plasma, have so many type of protein like albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, waters, ions. Fibrinogen help in the clotting of the blood. Suppose if I get injured, so obviously that clotting, okay, so that clotting is done by the fibrinogen. It's a kind of fibers. Okay, so and if I talk about albumin, albumin is a protein which help in the maintenance of ions in our body, ions. Okay, and water balance. If I talk about globulin, globulin maintain the immunity. If you have more globulins, then it means you have a very good immunity. Okay, if I talk about the blood corpuscles, which is the 45% of the blood. Okay, so it contain erythrocyte like RBC. RBC take up the oxygen, and it will provide the oxygen out to your all the body parts. Why? Because RBC have a hemoglobin. Okay, and hemoglobin take up the oxygen, it become oxyhemoglobin, and it provide the oxygen to all parts of your body. If I talk about the leukocyte, leukocyte are further divided like NL map. What is the meaning of NL map? Like neutrophil, lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophil, basophil. These are the WBC cells which provide you the immunity. They fight with the infection, they fight with the foreign agent. Foreign agent means pathogen, disease causing agent. If I talk about the thrombocytes, so these thrombocytes are called the platelets. They also help in the clotting factor. Okay, so I guess it's the introductory video of the circulatory system, and I hope you get it. Okay, so it's all for the today. Rest of the portion we will discuss in our next portion. Thank you.